You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming? Feeling dreaming?
Hello! Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Esoteric Ebb. This is episode number 2. We're still busy with the first day, and we've found a strange-looking elf with a mushroom on her head, and some other fancy characters. We stole some repossessed, some crossbows, we spoke to some zombies, we took a dip in the river, we did some fishing, but let's see what else lies in store for us today. Thank you again for joining us, and I hope you guys enjoy. Sit back and grab yourself a tea. Oh wait, they blew up the tea shop. Let's sit back and relax, and thank you so much for being here. Alright, let's finish talking to this elf. The elf looks you up and down as you approach. Okay, I do want to click this one. Let's ask her about the tea shop. What do you know about the tea shop? I forgot about the voices though. I'm gonna forget how I did the voices of the characters, and then I'm just gonna make stuff up. So if I'm inconsistent, deal with it. I think we did like a only what the root whispered to me. The elf leans closer, twisting her head to the side. You must delve deep, human. Something rotten happened that day. The green quakes. They fear what's to come. They whisper. Oh, do they whisper anything useful? She leans back and lets out a resigned sigh. You do not speak with trees often, do you? Insane behavior. I was actually just speaking to my plants not 5 minutes ago. I was speaking to my chili plants. So were you here when it exploded? No, I was much further below. And what do the goblins whisper about? That the city is a fault. The lady Sage Leaf should take over. The usual. And what do you think happened? I will not deliberate on things I have no knowledge about. Where's the fun in that? Exactly. Exactly. So, I guess thank you. Okay, I do want to roll this primal attunement to see if that works. Maybe we'll just ask, you look like an elf. What do elves look like? Not like you. She nods. We do not call ourselves that, but to our people, yes, I am an elf. Pamir. She closes her eyes. Pamir, you only Tanya Tatia. Hopefully I didn't curse anyone. We are the elves of stars. Any questions? Oh. Do the people have a great civilization below? No. I believe our people would call us nomads. I see. So you're from the Undercoast. How did you get here? Holes and tunnels. There are more than enough even within viewing distance. I don't like elves. I got some other questions for you. Great. Or, great. Show me your primal attunement. Let's see if I can roll it. Oh, that's close. That was close. How could you do such a thing? To prove attunement requires years of training. You've perhaps done a few exercises in your spare time, and you've read about druidic magic, but perhaps you can try it anyways. I have to try. You focus your mind on the nature around you, the life, the decay, the funny-looking mushrooms, but you cannot sense it. Nothing. Why isn't it working? It takes time, practice, patience. Maybe if you move from mind to muscle. You keep clenching. Pressure. Pain. Oh. Perhaps this was a foolish choice. Oh. Oh, hello there, Mr. Jurgens. Salutations to you, sir. Salutations. I shouldn't have put my trust in my strength. The pain can be a good teacher. Perhaps you'll learn something here. Yikes. 4 damage from just trying to do a Super Saiyan. It didn't work. How are you keeping there, Jurgens? How are you keeping there, sir? Okay, it's gonna just to tell these guys I'm in. Alright. Okay, well, that didn't work, unfortunately. We could try and find out what she's voting in the election. What are you voting? I am not a citizen of Norvik. Oh, cool. Cool. So not voting at all. Okay, what is this? Can I, like, redo it? What's that little 7 there? I know I have these shrine quickies. What do they do? The shards of Yor. Spend in dialogue to unlock dice checks. Okay. I'm gonna have to find something to heal me. Maybe we take a short rest somewhere. Okay. Well, unless we need anything else from the mushroom lady, let us see if we can find the princess. Back at it there, Jurgens, back at it. Your stomach twists. Beware of what? Illusions? Oh dear. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good there, Jurgens. A little tired, but almost there. But yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. You're doing fine, Sister Jurgens. Getting through the week. Just don't rush through the weeks just to get to the weekend, right? It's not a way to live your life. But thank you for spending it some moments here, Jurgens. Thank you so much. Let's see what we can I would say accomplish, but I have little hopes for that. I tried to do some magic and I just broke my back. The dragon herself. First we shall talk to our friend here. Behold, he's waiting. You approach him below a sprawling tree. The wilderness goblin stands proud beside his master. Go ahead, Cleric. With a proud smirk, he motions toward the wooden throne. You should stand before the throne and address her court. Alrighty. Hello, Mr. Cobble. Welcome, welcome. How's the maximum charisma working? The charisma? Fantastic. The 6 strength? I was literally just a few moments ago, we were just standing there trying to concentrate on casting some druidic magics. And we were concentrating and we were trying so hard, and then we hurt ourselves because we overexerted ourselves. Good thing I ate a rotten piece of food I found in the trash. But thank you for joining us there, Garble. Let us speak to the dragon. Behold, the Lady Sage Leaf. We're going to get some knowledge from her before we speak to her. 13 is average. Get a couple of things. You can see she's a goblin from the forest. Level 18, chieftain. Something is very wrong, it says. Her eyes are striking your soul. Hold on to that feeling or you will be consumed. Okay. Oops. We shall engage. You approach the throne. The sprites flutter and glow, illuminating the trunks of its great tree, the roots reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. On the throne sits a tiny goblin, a smirk as bright as it is threatening. So this is the dragon. Yes, I can see it. The glare is horrific. Alright, what kind of voice? I would love to have a Carble, Granny Carble do the voice for Lady Sage Leaf. That would be amazing. I can't do the Granny Carble voice. Oh, Cleric of Norvik, of Ooth and River, A shrill voice echoes out through the chamber. She's talking to you. You are the cleric. Great observation there, Wisdom. Oh, good day, JP. Good day. You want some tea? We still gotta find out what happened to the tea shop. It blew up. I'll see if I can get some of my tea going. I got some rooibos today. Thank you so again for joining us there, JP. See, we're making something, some meats in the pots. I don't know what that is, but it looked delicious. Okay, still a little warm. Still a little warm for my taste, but we have our tea ready. Okay, hopefully I can keep the voices going. I was pressured by your masters. The top brass of the palace itself. Her words are tainted in disdain. Her voice causes you to shiver. They told me the clerics of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. So tell me, human. You should run. No, wait. You can't. But you should. Dominion. She has control here. Why am I sitting here waiting? It is not that late. Only been like a day. Half a day, I think. Tread lightly. You need her on your side. Make sure she knows you're on hers. Every word you say here could have a profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. Oh, it's day 3 of the pot. Oh wow, okay. Going great, going each day, adding something a little different. Making corned beef and cabbage. Pretty good there, JP, pretty good. Alright, what are we gonna say? It's only been a day. Maybe. We could say our apologies. Our master are idiots. I'll just say the truth. I had an accident. He scoffs. Yes, I know about your little trip down the river. I went down the river twice, madam. Twice. That's no excuse. I literally died. She clicks her tongue behind a set of sharp teeth. No excuse. A frown turns into a weird expression. Whatever. She does not feel like mauling you now. You're dancing on a fine line. Hers is a frightful presence. You can't take it much longer. You need to get out of here. Okay, we're gonna use our constitution, Gobble. Our powerful constitution, let's see. Oh no! Absolute failure! No! No! Gotta get out of here! Adrenaline keeps your legs from buckling under the intense duress as you turn and run! Let out a high-pitched scream. It echoes down into the depths between the trees and fungi-covered cavern walls. Whatever reaction the goblins have to your retreat, you are not around to see or hear it. ... Where am I? You ran for quite a while. When your mind calms itself, you're sitting inside an empty barrel. How did I get here? Fear. It goes a long way sometimes. What? Wait, I hid in a barrel? More or less. The dragon chased you. Maybe. Leave the battle. As you do, you realize the battle is but one of many located in a tunnel you've never seen before. There he is. I see him. Cleric. Oh no. Cleric, you've now wasted another precious hour. Please do not run away again. She is containing her rage. Amazing. The lady is trying to not scare you off again. Maybe she'll actually be nicer to you now. Question. Running away is always an option. The fact that you're still alive means it's also a small option. You see Snell panting next to the throne. He's been running around for nearly an hour looking for you. Not my fault, you're scary. She takes a deep breath. He squints, getting ready for another explosion. It is, however, she says, entirely your problem that you are incapable of even... She stops herself. Let us continue. The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It is vexing to watch my streets descend too far. Are you even aware, Cleric? A local business caught up in an inferno. A local business caught up in an inferno. In the middle of the day, right on Pillar Road. My road. She roars as you stand your ground. And yet, Magistrate Darrow, she spits out the name like a curse word. He alone believes the Halfway Braid tribe does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. Let's see. Where is your usual jurisdiction? She leans back and picks something from between her fangs. I have official recognition of law and Lower Tolstead. The definition of what has always been vague. Some see it as anything below the ground, and some below the water level. Doesn't the magistrate speak for the city? She claps her hands together. See! This is what I've been dealing with. Blind faith in a failing system. She lets out a frustrated groan. It feels like a roar of a lion. And why does the Daru say that? Because he's a fool born out of nepotism and alcohol. Sick burn. Sounds awesome, says my dexterity. And where exactly is the tea shop located? I know where the tea shop is. She glares at you. It is, or was, rented out of a corner of the central fort, just above the holes next to the pillar. The holes is a common slang for the central spire of an apartment's untoasted. The lower ones are less fancy. She snaps her fingers towards the goblin to her right. How did I do this guy's voice? Kind of similar, right? Hello there, Nerdo. Welcome, welcome. I wish strings were so clingy, dang it. Would have had cats and dogs in the edition. We're speaking to a dragon now. Lady Sage Leaf is a dragon, a goblin dragon. Someone said fools, and the nerd dragon appears. You fool, says the nerdo. Thank you for being here, nerdo. Cats and dogs D&D. How many kobolds follow us already? The kobolds just hate me now because we took their crossbow. Okay, how did we do Snell's voice? Kind of similar to the lady. That means it is part of the core foundation of this island fortress. Therefore, that property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. Lady, my people have been handling that damn crown's contract for years. But no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises, to deal with it, to clean it even. No, suddenly it is the city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption, plain and simple. A big accusation. Do not slander? Oh my. Sounds shady. I'm just here to do a job. Good! She snapped. The sharp glare stabs you. Then we're in agreement on that at the very least. Your dismissive attitude annoys her. Be careful. And don't get me started on the actual effect that this has on my people. Snell, she says, and beckons towards the commonly goblin. He approaches the root and takes a bow. Lady Sageleaf. Then he turns to you. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. We're yet to send anyone in the actual investigation to the scene. Okay. How can know that? How can know that? That doesn't make sense to me. You want to check it out yourselves, I guess. Of course. The lady glances at him, to which he responds by making a nervous face. He's embarrassed. The explosion occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was low at the time of the incident. So despite the massive kaboom, no dead fools. Who were the injured? We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's a sort of prefix used by Uffolk. A human, most likely. That ain't a real name. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. One person said, quote, "He looked like one of them dungeoneers, you hear? A real adventuring man," end quote. Another said he was looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Water Lane. Dungeons or Water Lane? Both sound like trouble. Smash the like there, Jergens. Thank you. Please. The kobolds would be cats. Obviously they're not. A goblin dragon, yep. What is this game? I have no idea, sir. Alright, a fancy yellow outfit, you say? I'm assuming some type of read-sane fashion. You can tell by his voice that he's leaving out, but who knows at the end. Frank, son of Frank. Yeah. Really? Yeah. A dungeoneer, you say? If you believe it, that comment was from one of the militia members. Could be smart to check the city below, just in case, despite the dangers. Down to Water Lane? Yeah. Seems like he was heading in that direction. Though down could mean a number of things, Water Lane included. Was he inside at that time? I doubt it. He says, considering the state of the building. And do you know why he was there? We don't know. He's annoyed to have to answer that question. And where is he now? We don't know. They have not located the man despite major efforts. Do you know anything? Yikes. It's not like you were handed a tough hand. Yeah. Although, one of the militia members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing or somewhere else. We don't know. Anything else? Snell gives you a nervous look to his master before answering you. We have theories, but we need proof. The lady raises a claw. The... How do we do the lady again? The unveiling has begun, Cleric. Secrets in the ashes. So dramatic. Love it. Corruption, madness. She claws at her wooden throne. Politics. Bureaucracy wears her down. Just as clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster. Someone who cannot go unpunished. A spell would indeed be the only logical answer for such destruction. Rogue spellcaster? Can he deal with it? I will bring justice to Norvik. I certainly hope so. The lady clears her throat loudly. Everyone holds their breath while she speaks. I formally declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge tribe and the Uthgard city clerics shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. No creature, foul or fair, shall escape my rage. The words seep out from her maw, burning the air. Every goblin in the chamber look up her in awe. She is theirs to serve. I'll just nod. I'm still petrified from the dragon. I've got some new headphones. Interesting. You're gonna do an unboxing for us there, JP. Awesome. Okay, she looks you up and down with a grim expression. Snell, she says, waving towards him. Yes, lady, Sageleaf, he says, bowing his head. You are handler of this case. You worked on this since the explosion. You know more than anyone. Ooh la la. complimented by his queen. I want you to represent the tribe in the venture. His face lights up. A goblin and a cleric. Together you will have access to both upper and lower toadstool. You're going to have the pretty boy around. I thought this was going to be fun. His expression is that of shock. He did not expect this. Do not disappoint me, Snell. A new party member, ladies and gentlemen. He ignores you. The goblin makes a deep bow. Yes, Lady Sageleaf. Your will be done. The evil forces' work will be vanquished. Huzzah! Huzzah! Miska Sageleaf looks at you the way one observes Githmo. Don't huzzah, please. Don't ever huzzah. This guy, he's the one. Just keep him in line. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. Your new goblin companion gives you a quick wave. Let's go, Cleric. Snell has joined you as a companion. You can speak to him if you need help finding your way across Toadstool. For as much as she told you, there is a danger you're missing here. I did visit the tea shop entrance, but it was shut. Yeah, by esoteric decree. So, you gotta ask your coin lord for the passphrase, unfortunately. I see. Who is my coin lord? The coin lord is the magistrate handling, minting, trade and financing of public works and tithes. Currently held by Nicholas Darrow in the Tolstead district. Alright, gotta find Nick Darrow. And we should also look out for witnesses. I did speak to the newspaper boy. Yeah, your Frank dressed in yellow. He winches. That's funny. Okay, either over on Water Lane or down in the city below. Yeah, the port or the dungeons. I'd suggest the port since it's slightly less life-threatening, generally speaking. Alright, I think we know where to go. Let's go. Neat. Okay. I did not expect to run in fear from the dragon. That was interesting. Okay, where are we going? What do we have this way? Central Tolstead. And this one is lower, the lower layer. Maybe we go through this one. The pillar crossing. What do we have here? The depths of Tolstead. A dormitory out of commission. Hello, is that an Abba? Hello there, Abba. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for always sending the great messages. Very good to see you. We're playing some D&D essentially. We're playing Esoteric Ebb, a tabletop style inspired game where we play as a cleric and we have a mission. We just found ourselves a companion. Penguin called Snell. So very good to have you there, Emma. Hope you're doing really well. Okay, should we go up here? I don't see why not. Thank you so much again there, Emma. Who is this? Freydis. Let us behold Freydis. Oh wow. Behold. I don't know nothing. Wow. Well, it's best I roll my ones over here. The girl looks across the chasm. She's pretending not to look at you. A noble woman? What's a pretty expensive dress? What is she doing down here? She slowly turns her head towards you. What? What is your favorite color? Excuse me, where are we? Go away. How rude. Cool. You're very rude. Sure, now go away. What do you know about the tea shop, mysterious woman? She rolls her eyes. Everybody keeps saying that. Duh. I get the feeling you don't want to talk about it. I don't have anything to say. We can ask if she's voting. Or some personal questions. I want to ask a personal question, but I have a feeling you won't respond in any meaningful way. Smart. Can you go now? One more question. Who will you be voting for? You don't care for it. Oh, the election? Democracy? Your own vote? I don't. It doesn't matter. And I wouldn't tell you if it did. You're doing good there, my excellent. Still recovering. But 1 week and 1 day more, doctors, and the second follow-up. Okay, it's almost through the first part. So hopefully it's going well there for you, Emma. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, Emma. We're tired as always, but tired is good, right? Well, I keep on telling myself that. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, so I'm doing well. Thank you, Emma. All right, let's see. How are we gonna respond to this lady that doesn't want to speak to us? I see you're also voting for me. What? No. Oh, I've become an Arcanist. You're not even on the ballot. Just paint me a picture for me on the voting card. Make me look real good. That's all for now. Thank you, citizen. What is this? Oh, it's my stats. My strength is so bad. How do I... Oh, we're level 2! Where are we gonna put the stats? Charisma. Because we only have 1 point. How many points do we... 1 ability score. Okay. 5 hit points plus 2. Hit dice plus 1. First level spell slots plus 1. And second level spell slots plus 1. Okay. So much to learn, so much to read. With high charisma, you get automatic discounts in select stores. Win every conversation, say the right thing. Say whatever gets people to like you. And become a political force of nature. Is that the only option we got? Okay. Okay, some more hit points. Okay. Questing tree. So, how does this work? We got here a class conflict. You've declared yourself the Cleric of Norvik 6 times. It's a grand title, suitable for a true human cleric like yourself. I see. So how do we... Is this just gets unlocked when I, like, speak about it? Very interesting. Okay. I see. I think the more we speak about things, the more that gets up here. The dragon, the Nerdo of Tolstad. If you're here on request of Lady Sageleaf, the Goblin chieftain in Tolstad, go to her right away. Okay, we did that one. So how do, okay, so we see that that one's done. That one's more brighter than the other ones. Okay, so these are quests. Okay. After your river adventure, you'll spill the book as ruined. Find a service to rebind it for you. Okay. We need to convince Nisan to teach your primal magic, if you are so inclined. Okay. We gotta find a way to enter the tea shop. The owner of the tea shop is unaccounted for. Locate the Birdman and find out what he knows. The Birdman. Okay, so this is the tea shop that blew up. And this is... Okay, it's democracy and voting and... The river takey. Okay. No problem then, Erno. Thank you for being here. Never mind. Oh, fake alert. Back at it. Well, that's excellent news there, Erno. Really appreciate you being here. But remember, if you need to do something, go do it. But I really appreciate it. Where are we going here? Tunnel to Waterlane View. The sound of the docks echoes from beyond. Let us go through there then. Not sure if we're going the right way. The Waterlane View. I think we're supposed to go this way. It's apparently 3 PM. So we're still it's getting a little late though. Zealand and Sons. Reed and Mead. Democratic propaganda. We need your vote. Street sign says upper W view, lower W docks. And this one is open at sundown. Okay. Read and mead open at sundown. What time is sundown? 6, 7? This bin is making a sound, a strange sound. How strange. Don't fall for it. This is some type of scam, surely, getting you to root around the trash. The voice is from a primal spirit. Open it. I'll open it. As you lift it aside, you immediately see something moving in the pile of shredded documents and old scraps of food. A pair of legs. Smurth. Suddenly, jumping out of the pile with a poof and moldy dust is a pine cone. A pine cone with limbs. It hands you some leaves while doing a strange, seemingly improvisational dance upon the trash. Wait, are you one of those? And before you're able to do anything about it, the little creature poofs away. Disgusting little creature, says my intelligence. As it fades, you see only trash. I've heard about those things. Never seen them, though. What do you know about them? Just what I read in the paper, and what Nissan goes on about. They're called Fatah, or something. The Lamplighters Guild had a public spat with them a couple of months back. He points to the lamp behind you. Apparently, they messed with everlasting lights. Not so everlasting then. Heh, guess it's a PR name. I get why they're mad, but I think they solved everything once the PCG got involved. The Pest Control Guild. One of the oldest guilds in Norvik. They are supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up any unwanted critters across the city. These days they are so bogged down in requests from citizens and the city that they usually have backlogs for months. And they're supposed to be all over the garden too. Not that I've ever seen one. Anyhow, they clearly seem to like you. Let's keep it that way. Okay, let's look at Snell. He gives you a nonchalant half shrug. It's Water Lane. There's always something going on here. Something going on here. It's a green. Oh, there's a yellow. We need to find someone in yellow. And a bird man. Bird person. Those looks promising, you say. You stand before a damp door on a cramped corner house. The wood is dark, swollen with perpetual moist of the water lane. A layer of river mud and algae. You know something here? Nope. Then why are you standing here? I'm gonna knock at the door. You wrap your knuckles against the wood. A solid rhythmic knock. A knock is a second level transmutation, unlocks things. The identification of the lock has been stretched over the centuries, but spells work the most close contained or entryways. Should I say hello? A moment passes. Then the sound of a heavy latch sliding. The door creaks open. A pair of bulbous eyes stare up at you. It is an anuran. What is an anuran? A fancy name for a frog folk and toad folk. They've heard they don't like those terms for some reason. Dressed in a tiny velvet smoking jacket. Quite distinguished despite the lack of pants. Quest sequest? What is it? I am busy. Proper upper. We have some questions for you, sir. Oh? Wait. He squints at your uniform. Are you, how do I say? Le Cleric. I am the Cleric, yes. Ah, bon. He nods respectfully. Others are starting to notice that the Cleric in your step. At least you are not from the Thrive House. Aruran peeks his head out behind the door. To Vexqui. Ooh, we can ask him for contributions. He just said, at least we're not asking for money. And now we're gonna ask him for money. Hey, let's do it. Ooh. Easy. Just smile. The kind of smile that opens wallets. Oh, and kiss his hand. Hard. My good sir, surely a gentleman of your stature supports the arts or the holy cause? Ah, flattery. He sighs, his throat pouch inflating slightly. Told you. You are charming, says Onyx. He reaches for something on the other side of the door. Take this. Now, au revoir. He shoves his fancy bottle towards you. The door slams shut before you can say thank you or anything else. Oh, gained a consecrated rhubarb ale. The pinkish liquid inside swirls around. Lovely. This'll make things much smoother. So, you really just went and knocked on some stranger's door? Look, I'm not going to knock on your methods too much, but if you keep this up, we'll be done in 6 months after the election. And you didn't even ask about the tea shop, not once. I didn't? You didn't! I'm fairly certain I slipped one in there. I'm fairly certain you did not slip anything, metaphorically or otherwise, into anyone. He's on to you. Don't be so negative. The goblin closes his eyes in a short, silent contemplation. Then he says, maybe stick it up le points interest, okay? That's funny. I like it. Oh my. We're making enemies out of our friends, yeah? Hopefully not. We did get a bottle of something. Got a bottle of concentrated rhubarb ale. The Scani Classic contains a fizzy drink that tastes like ale, with some of the downsides, so it's actually okay for you to drink this since it's non-alcoholic. Grants a minor charisma increase for week. Wow. Maybe we should drink it. Or maybe we could give it to someone. Maybe I'll keep hold of it for now. I was gonna say, where's my goblin friend? Disappeared. These pipes connect to the vast sewer systems in Tolstead. Okay, so this one. Conquest by river, by land, by heart. Path along the water. Let me go this way quickly. Still an up section before we start. And there's a... Do we try this door? We're closed for today. How closed? Yeah, no, it's what? It's bar tight. Stairs down to the bustling docks. Torna, the first of the river guilds. Free trade. Oh, that's a griffin. Beware those fangs. And the rest too. Gotta speak to a griffin. You approach a ball of feathers and wings and really sharp claws. A magnificent creature. Too bad he's clearly overfed. This is a griffin. It is a somewhat intelligent magical beast. A griffin is a famous magical beast of old Dominor. Terribly useful mounts, used by those with the funds to support their breeding and taming, most famously by the Strum Riders. You will require speak with animals to commune properly, of course. Of course. You see a pool of drool forming underneath the open beak of the beast. Wait, look behind it. There is an entrance to the warehouse on the other roof. If you want to get inside, you're going to have to get past this bad boy. The mythical beast snores gently before you. I don't even want to ask what the plan is here. Oh. Attempt to pet the beast, attempt to sneak past the beast. I think we come back. Okay, I've come to a conclusion. I should not engage this beast right now. Pretty cool though, pretty cool. Office of Sunre Appledent. Oh, sleeping. Children drawing on the walls. Scholarly commendation of the Fort Commonwealth. Almost dead, but not yet. Flowers in a pot. A magical quill and paper. Should we snag it? Snore Appledent. Behold. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. A halfling. A halfling scholar. A scholar from the Fort Commonwealth. A man working out of a hole in the wall. This is the type of man who knows exactly where he is going and is simply going there very slowly and deliberately. He knows his expertise, his moves are calculated, his journey is long. The esoteric is closely tied with scholarly arts. In the old days, no distinction between the two was made, but today is the modern world. His side is all but winning. Something stuck between the pages. Ooh. So I'm gonna have to take these. These are pretty good. A dream patch. A small amount of pixie essence incorporated into a sticky patch can be used to recover 3rd level spell slots. And some treats. Oof. That's a good one. We're taking this one as well. A tiny dictator. An unseen servant magically attunes with a feather pencil and paper. It will write down everything spoken within 10 feet. The content disappears on the page as it writes. The servant can follow commands to write down specific topics, keep the notes in a certain style, or focus on a chosen person's words. These are very common in the halls of the palace, where words can ruin lives or worse, careers. Can we... no. I wouldn't say that's an accessory, says the man. Collection of books. You see collection of books from the philosophy canon, none of which are really able to understand. Next to them a line of famous political books. Eclipse Theory, Hedonism, The Dark Book of Shadows, the Lizandor, many more. Open the Dark Book of Shadows. You pick up the black-covered tome. A faint tingle goes through your gloved hand. That's the most evil book I've ever seen. How'd they even get the cover to be that black? It's like the void. A memory lingers in this tome. If you open it, you shall recall. Should we open it? Maybe we should put it back. I'm gonna put it back. Fine. Oh, Nicholas Darrow, maybe that's important. The first few pages are devoted to the rambling text about the history of governing, from ancient texts from various beasts of Jar, to gods of the divine era, to several arcanist figures. Darrow then smoothly moves on to conflate their accomplishments with his own. Especially since he also includes an explanation of this lineage, that he is directly firstborn grandson of Darko Darrow, the first paladin of Uth. It is so not so subtle. The many pages go on to describe both practical and mostly theoretical methods of statesmen should use when dealing with the populace, the bureaucracy, and the ideologies of modern life. Generally, the book has a rather round tone about democracy. A quote you've heard before from the book pops up towards the end. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view of folk, to think them capable of making rational and informed decisions devoid of personal bias and emotional conduct. From what you remember, it caused quite a stir when it came out 2 years ago. You recall a rumor about Shield Lord John having hated this book so much during its printing that he personally bought 200 copies and only to burn them in the garden. It's probably not true, probably. Let's look at the folk. Lesandro. This was the first book planted in the hand of Uffolk recruit. Open it. Okay. It's rather an old worn copy of the same text. Musings about the divine era, great walking ons of their theocratic states. A history lesson morphing into a series of guidelines. Our modern leaders, as a response of the drawn-out Coast War, should return to the old. The proven, the organized, the divine. Although written in the perspective of not faith nor service to the holy, but rather that of service to the state. A modern theoretical vision, the nation as an entity not bound by the protection and lifetime of its god. Instead, the nation-state will survive on unifying cultural traits passed down from that god to his people. Thus, Lysandro writes, will fasten them into the earth, creating firm groundings for the states to exist beyond any others. The later chapters go on describing the dreams of millennial empire, his grand plan and nation to survive the passing of eras. A collection of ideas and gathers in this dream. The ideology is structured around order, without the weakness of a monarchy, the chaos of democracy, or the esoteric dependencies of monocracy. The Millennium Empire, the fascist ideal. It's almost like he wrote directly about the struggles. I'm gonna say dangerous ideas. Whatever your thoughts are, this book is used to reshape the city. You live in fear of where the path will lead. Should we read some more books? I don't know about that shadow one. Let's do one more. The Blind Manifesto. The book. The book. Always listen to the hungry stomach. It says with big, ugly letters on the first page. You should listen to the book and the stomach. Foul debauchery. It is a wonderful manual. Same as always, the book begins with a tirade about property ownership. Then on the 5th page you find a diagram showing how to ritualistically summon a daemon. It is incorrect, however, on purpose, supposedly. The rest of the series of extreme essays on the topics of hedonism, rejecting the statehood, free association, maximizing sensation, direct democracy, and reciprocal exchange. It imparts an image of an ideal world where all can live without strife simply through the cooperation of love in all things. Made illegal in many cities after its release in 466 AE, its rambling text has survived for one reason to another. It is the thing that makes you feel good. The text is truth. Look at the chapter on free love. You flip the pages 52, you remember it well. It has pictures, tiny scribbling, something akin to stick figures positioned in various unwrapped entities. You remember the words well, the guide on how to make ultimate sensation of flesh. Right, bye-bye little book. Should we wake this bear now? You take a step into the cramped office, standing in front of the sleeping halfling. Good afternoon, citizen. Oh, he mutters and widens his bushy eyes. His confused gaze focuses on you. Life is pain. What? Terrible pain, oh! He mutters and rubs his face. The wrinkles fold over one another like waves on the storied sea. Are you? He looks at you with his weary expression. Then he rubs his nose and sniffs twice. Are you here for the invoice? A quick glance to Schnell. His words come out in a typical Ford accent. What? The invoice! Do I have an invoice? No. No? 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 Oh, hold on. I've already paid that invoice. You here for something different? He leans in, facing Snell. I hope Queen Goblin has not squabbled with this old scholar. He held up the palm. Nah, we're here on city business. Okay, I've got some questions about the tea shop, mostly. Tea shop? When you're dealing with interesting events, the city has been seeing its fair share of great calamities over the years, and the tea shop explosion appears tiny in comparison. Probably, but I have some questions regardless. Of course. Curiosity is absolutely vital for keeping the old brain in motion. I commend you, Cleric. And you as well. And you as well, my goblin friend. He looks around, grunting. Can you get either of you some water? He will swear words like coastal winds. This halfling is wild in a funny way. No, thank you. Your companion replies very quickly. Your scholar appetent, right? Me, yes. I am Schnell Appledent, he says and bows his head in the chair. Scholar to the Fort Depth University in dedicated service to the progress of AIS. And what exactly do you do? Many things. Primarily, my expertise land on the topics of alignment and its many historical and contemporary applications. Some BS, I will tell you. These days, I mostly deal with other forms of study. Specifically, I run the office here on the experimental techniques of psychoanalysis. And what kind of magic is that? No magic at all. Although there have been some detect thoughts involved at some points in development. It is a form of mind healing, as they call it. I'll be one to call it support instead. It is essential, the idea that the mental present is shaped by the mental past, and that though through dialogue or unreleased unconscious ghosts can be vanquished. Ghosts? Been talking about feelings. I know, truly horrifying. A Resian friend of mine once told me this joke, and I apologize if it is too vulgar for your taste, but he sputters out the words through little chortles. Alright, we'll listen to the vulgar joke. Hopefully it's safe enough. Right. A cleric, an arcanist, and a rogue delve into a lair of a succubus. A fiend defeats all three men, throwing them in her dungeon. But she grows a fancy to them, so she offers them a choice. For each man who can successfully satisfy her, she will let the man go. Otherwise, he speaks with little fits of laughter in between. She ends them, so to say. This is going to be a long tale. You actually haven't heard this one? Ho ho ho! Maybe I'll interject and say the succubus, such a fiend would never offered such terms to mortal men. Yes, let me tell the joke. So the three adventurers debate in which order to go. Eventually the rogue and Arcanist decide the cleric should go first, as he is a virgin and will be least likely to increase her standards. Hello, Mr. Sweetbye. This fellow here is telling us a little joke. Apparently it's quite vulgar, so you might want to close your eyes and your ears. Your goblin companion rubs his eyes as he listens to the joke. The cleric begins to divine and so on. He prays to his gods and goes to the fiend's bedchamber. He comes out 10 minutes later, completely unharmed, and gives a thumbs up to his friends, who of course both feel a great sense of relief. The Arcanist goes in next, confident and arrogant. If the cleric could do it, the fiend must be easy. Within minutes, his bones roll out of the bedchamber entrance, the man having been incinerated by hellish flames. The rogue is horrified, but realizes, obviously, the Anarchist overestimated his abilities, so he carefully enters the bedchambers, ready to put every ounce of effort into it. Less than a minute later, screams erupt from the bedchambers, and the rogue's lifeless corpse falls out of the entrance. The cleric prays for the soul of his comrades and gathers the remains for burial. The succubus steps out, smoking a cigarette. She tells the cleric, your friends are truly terrible. They were just fumbling about down there. At least you managed to touch it a little." To which the cleric responds, "You are truly an awful creature, and I will pray for your presence to be exorcised from this plane of existence every day until I die." Then, before he walks away, the cleric also adds, "Oh, but I did heal the horrible wound you had between your legs. Hopefully that makes you less evil in the future." The goblin lets out a slight gust of wind through his nose. I don't get it, says my guy. "Oh?" The halfling chortles loudly. "My kind of humor, you might say. In short, you can view the succubus as an evil in the world, which religious fever would pray to repair. However, such reputation could often lead to a not so optimal path." He keeps on laughing. "Or, most simply, you could say it's a basic allegory for alignment itself. The cleric meant well for all intent, but his actions cost the lives of both his comrades. Is that evil or is it good? And so on. Either way, psychoanalyst, yes, that's what we will be talking about. It's about the feelings, the memories, choices you've made, things that have happened to you. They can bog you down, so to say. And the goal is my clinical practice is to root that out of my patients' minds and help make them aware of repressed negative baggage, if you will, so you can move forward more speedily. I don't have any repressed negative feelings. A bold claim. But it's not the only thing I work on here. I am currently exploring the dreams of animus. A dream of a man and woman. What a pervert. I like you, Sky. Interesting. It is. Beyond that, I also focus a lot on my own unverified theories. He slaps his knee and grins. The folk spirit. Have you heard of it? Nope, I have not. Understandable. It's not yet published. The folk spirit is the work title for my new thesis. Most of it is, if you excuse my anoram, BS. But in short, if it is about how each folk shares a number of core communal archetypes or myths, I have traveled around the coast to collect as many tales, writing down thousands of stories, previously only passed down orally. All you see how well my theory holds up in the minds of so many folk. He clears his throat and leans back into the chair. Apologies, I am ranting here. Let us put a stop to it. What do you want, Cleric? Oh yeah, we can have many choices here. That's his little joke there. Hope you enjoyed it. Cleric healed the scar of the succubus. Oh, hello, Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, one CS game and then you'll see you. Thank you so much, no problem. No rush, sir. Make sure you defeat your enemies. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you so much there, sweetie. Mr. Sweden Pie. We need more. I was trying to make it short earlier, but obviously I was just using my phone and what we already did yesterday. Just one of those things, but somehow the latest update did something with my phone, and then now my shorts they get squished. I don't know how to explain it. It's just. But yeah, definitely need some more funny shorts there. But they take some time to like think of and make them cool and plan them out. But it was fun to make, at least. So thank you, appreciate that. All right, let's see what this gentleman has to say. Give me some mind healing. Folk spirit, alignment, death and resurrection, Vladislav. What do you know about the tea shop, the one that exploded? How horrific! He gestures wildly towards the rocky wall. Stuff started shaking. It was as if the red rock of Thorstead itself was cracking. For half a second or so. So you were down here when it happened? Yes. I think I was asleep, but the sound awoke me. Did you go check it out? No. Someone told me later what it was like. I have work to do here. Mm-hmm. Sleeping on the chair, yep. Work. Did you hear anything about it? Any rumors? You should not believe rumors, Cleric. But yes, I did hear some nasty stuff. Some people seem to think the owner did it himself since he is missing. Some others think the city did it since they printed a clear line in the post. I've also heard people say that the Asgilists are responsible since it was their hideout. Or that the Free Striders did it for the same reason, blowing up Asgilist opposition and so on. It's all BS. Of course, don't believe rumors. One of them might be true, though. It's good to keep an open mind. Yeah, I also think it does. Yeah, definitely take some time there swim by, but as you say, it's definitely worth it. Yeah. And it's fun to do, right? It's Super fun to make them. Okay, but what do you think happened, sir? He shrugs violently. Okay, well, he's got nothing to say about the tea shop. How are we gonna ever find out what happened to my glorious tea shop? Personal questions. Let's ask him about the mind healing. Of course. I am, however, a bit swamped in the work right now. I will get you on the books slot. I have time after the election, obviously. Can we make it some time now? No, I'm afraid I cannot. Truth be told, I'm very overworked. I'm struggling with a certain topic. He makes a noise and might once have been a cough. The old man is frustrated. He's trying to avoid even thinking about it. What? I am focusing on specific areas of cybernetics. The idea of two opposing faces, or your ego. Masculine and feminine. But I can't seem to get past a certain hurdle or obstacle. Is he going to keep talking no matter what I do? Oh yes. You have no control here. You see, there is a work called Book of the Mind. It is, in my opinion, Cybernetics' masterpiece, in the figurative sense. Oh, is it like a secret book hidden deep in some dungeon? Oh no. I own several copies. There is a rare edition of this book which contains a rumor so-called final foreword from Cybernetics himself. In this foreword, he apparently reveals a revelation about his categorization of the psyche, specifically on the topic of gender. Truly eldritch knowledge. Might be nothing, but it would be highly interesting to get my grubby hands on it. He leans in and whispers, and more importantly, it would bring me great pleasure to know how Cybernetics would be spinning in whatever Tasmanian mass grave he was buried in, if he knew a halfling like myself was pioneering in his footsteps. Oh. He wasn't a fan, you say? Like most humans of his era, he was very, let's say, humanity first. Snur leans back in his chair. His final 6th edition of the book, it was only printed in 10 copies. The publisher then hiked up the price in order to sell it to collectors. Those collectors have then spent the last 3 decades using these copies as a form of investment, making sure to keep the content of the foreword a tightly guarded secret. How terrible. Scholar's word should be freely available. Nothing is ever free, even if it is free. Smart man. So, you want me to find this rare book for you? He nods. I drank a bit too much the other night, and in my desperation I paid Diviner to cast Locate Object for me. I didn't expect anything, and it was very expensive. However, she actually found it. A copy of the 6th edition book of the mind is here, very close to Waterlane View. And she even told me the exact direction. He points at the floor. About 40 meters straight down. Meters? So you say it is in the city below? Yes, exactly. And you trust this diviner? Well, trust might be a bit strong of a word, but she was connected to the Free Striders, and while they are ruthless capitalists, they would not keep the scam artists around. Or if they did, it would be very funny, of course. Well, sounds like a quest to me. Sure, why not? So many side quests, Nell mutters to himself. Delve into the dangerous tunnels below and get me that book. Don't get yourself killed. And in exchange, I will, well, what kind of reward do you want? You swear a lot. Oh, teach me how to be a man. I don't know, you got any magical items or something? He shrugs. I have books in droves. You know what? He says, and snaps his fingers. The book itself. It's expensive and probably magical in some sense. Get me the book. Let me take a look at the forward, and you keep the book afterwards. That is still a quest, right? But I wouldn't even have to even return to you in that case. I can just take the book and go. True, he sighs. I suppose I can offer some guidance in understanding the book as well, if you let me make a copy of the foreword real quick. Well, we'll see if I can find it. That we will. I'm not an expert in this kind of weird stuff down there, but the city below is dangerous, so don't wander blindly. Thank you. We got the perfect voice for this. I'm gonna forget later on what kind of voice I made up for these guys, and I'm just gonna do some random other voice. I keep forgetting how I do the goblins. But I don't mind. I'm just gonna do random voices for them. Whatever we're doing. Whatever looks funny, whatever comes out, right? Okay, these guys got so much to say. We're gonna spend the whole day speaking to this guy. Maybe we come back after we found the book. Okay. And then we continue speaking about some other things. Where did you say we should look for this book? He leans in 120 feet. He then points to the floor straight down in the city below. That is where the divider saw it. Oh, it got there, who knows? Okay, perfect. That's all for now. Thank you, citizen. Well, we got some nice stuff from him. And, we got some... what do we call these? Cardamom treats. Not from the trash this time. The Lost 6th edition. That's the new one. Okay, a couple more quests out there. Excluding the anti-magic messaging, the Free Striders. Something. No one can dismiss the dwarves' architectural genius. Deep groaning the bell of the water lane. Click. What is that? What is that? I saw some things there in the water. things in the water. And this one's probably still closed. Don't know what time shut sundown is. Okay, yep. Don't see any other things here. I would like to go into... What? There is something there. Keep on like running away when I walk past. These dots on the walls. Remember these yellow dots? Yellow brick house. Drunken Sphinx opens at 6. Oh, this is the bottom of it, okay. We did get lost a little on the way here, so I'm not sure how to get back. Okay, this looks... Oh, I see where we are. Perfect. Goblin wall art. Beautiful. A green face is splattered across the facade, staring wildly towards the flaming sky and the dragon spread across it. Or something like that. Can you call this art? Is that you? What does this tell me about the state of Norfolk? I'm gonna say, is that you now?
Huh?
Ha! He says, laughing. Funny! I don't know, the guy who made it calls himself Goblin. Is it true? He says a bit, but really he means a massive gaping one. Trust me, I know these things. And what does it tell us about the state of Norfolk? Nothing really. That goblins are artists. I place my hand on the wall. You take a step forward. The painted stone surface is smooth. This is no cheap dwarven rock. This is a gate era architecture distinguished among the rest. Truly ancient. You feel an esoteric urge to commune with this object. Tell me your secrets. Success! You sense a crack in the wall. It wasn't there before. Then you hear the voice, a faint voice, a hoarse voice. Secrets are spoken. I don't know if you could even pick that up on the mic. Secrets end when spoken. Let that damn wall just talk, the goblin says and laughs. Esoteric beasts really does follow you around, doesn't it? Oh, good. You're not crazy. I'm talking to walls now. Awesome. What's it like being a wall? Nothing. Nothing good or nothing bad. Nothing in isolation. What do you know about Norfolk? Nothing. No. That makes sense. At least the wall is older than the Reconquest. Who built you, wall? A god. Which god? Eumestra. I haven't heard of that one. Never heard of that god. How old are you? 15 times Eline's. How many years is that? 2,000. And what is your name? Chancy. Oh, really? That's a pretty name. Okay. I'm gonna ask the wall his political affiliations. Okay. Yeah. Perfect response. Are you sure you understand the question? Yes. All right then. These are all the questions I have there, wall. Okay. The crack disappears and quickly and silently as it came to. Then silence. You really have a knack for getting into and out of anything, Cleric. That was surely an esoteric event, or else you were turning mad. Nicest wall I've ever met. The walls of this place hold more spirits than the people. Bow to the wall and thank you for your time. Okay. Info out of a wall, you say? And who might you be? Braxo. I learned nothing from Braxo.
Huh.
Braxo the pencil wing. You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. Bean throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. An evil creature, beware. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? A sigh escapes the fiend's maw. He slowly puts down the paper. The paper is actually a torn-out page from a magazine. I like the funny pictures. I believe the fiend is being sarcastic. I like the pictures too. Yeah, I imagine you would. Wait, he says, leaning in to get a look at you. Uthgard, a cleric. Hell's you doing here? That reaction, your presence is uncommon. You can go wherever you want. Divine missions, the usual. Very well, I won't get in your way. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and freestriders run amok. Oh no, the devil's kick-ass. We need some damn order in this place. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny sharp smirk. You should be aware of the fact that this is literally a devil. You can hear out any advice. You just listen to it blindly. Just don't listen to it blindly, okay? Should I invest in some stocks? Oh. Oh. I do not give, nor have I ever given, investment advice. But... He looks you up and down. The goblin looks worried. I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, Cleric? Uh-oh. I don't think so. Okay, some basics then. Popularized by the late Divine Era, human adventurer companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership of a certain venture. Could be a guild, could be a company, or a specific adventure. Something that is supposed to grow over time, so you can increase the value of your securities in the venture. It's a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any real work. The devil is good. Learn from him, says my charisma. Then why is it risky? Sound like free money. Good question. Imagine your investment in an adventuring party. They head into the Verdun Hills and dive into some gate-era tomb or an esoteric area filled with talking cats. Something weird and dangerous, but with potential for a lot of good treasure to be found and brought back. There is a major chance that those adventurers die out in the journey. If they do, you lose all the money you invested. They make it back, in which case you'd get a percentage of the treasure based on your share, but how often do adventurers come back with a bunch of treasure these days? Could people buy stonks and me? The little red devil stares at you. He stares at you there, Nero, as well. If you were to set yourself up as a venture, then maybe, if you could convince someone to invest in you, without breaking any laws regarding investment advice, I'd be impressed. So why not? After the election, Cleric. What about some currency trading? That's something I've heard about too. Oh, that's just the art of switching between various currencies. Say you've got a pouch full of old embers that is the old draconic coin. They're made of gold, so even though they are not governments these days who support it, you can always just sell them for the gold value. Great, that's the most basic form of it. But when it comes to city-backed currencies, it gets more complicated. If you get 10 brim marks, and let's say you want to convert them into green Reedstian 10s, how many do you get? How many? Say you want to convert... Got 10 Burmarks, and you want to convert them into 10 Reedstian 10s. The currency of the Freestyle Revolution is a tent. While the free cities have multiple currencies, the magical paper money of Reed is quickly growing into the most valuable across the coast. Probably more than 10, I imagine, but I'll say 10. No clue. The value of each currency fluctuates day to day, as does the exchange rate to each other currency. Not to mention the local location as well. Tens are powerful because of the far reach of the freestyle trading charters. Remarks are nearly useless in Norvik, so the exchange rates, while still not nothing, is quite low. What makes Blood City Corporation way less interested in investing here, which then perpetuates the weak value of their currency. Sigs of old Minor are used in some places, sure, but bring them out in Norvik and any shopkeep will laugh at you, holding out those shiny little crystal discs. While in the penny is accepted automatically, almost as if it is a slightly less valuable crown. Then the soul is, on the other hand, extremely valuable, just because of the golden horn's influence. And the Lim Bala, whose weird little ice cubes, well, I'm guessing you've never seen one, and never will. Take one to an exchange station and they will quite literally think you're messing with them. But yeah, that's some info for you. He has been factual, and he has been long-winded. I'm learning so much. He nods and grins. Economy for you, messy and fun. Have you ever bought some stonks? Sure. I spend about 40% of my income in risky ventures. Sometimes I even get paid in securities, which is nice, since I won't have to pay any middlemen. And where can I buy some stocks? You can buy shares directly from the venture trader. Basically, someone can give you a piece of paper that says I owe you with some legal information on it. Or you can go to the trade hub. I don't think the Tolstead exchange is open until after the elections, though. So should I buy some? Look, these are rules in place. Norvik has laws governing what can and cannot be suggested when it comes to financial agency. Your god made those laws protect people of lower than average intelligence from being tricked by those with ill intent. It protects from free striders, basically. More or less, my goblin friend. That's all about the stonks. That's our stonk rant for the day. What does the law say on resurrections? That is one of a question. He smirks for a while. The imp enjoys his pun before moving on. What a sociopath. The higher tier resurrections aren't illegal. They're just not available anymore. There is a handful of known divine resurrection spells. What do you mean, not available? Figure a cleric would know better than me, but he says and shrugs. Spells over 40 and 50 are rarely seen these days. If you want to know why, go pray. Your god grants you magic, and his wisdom he only grants higher power when needed. In your lifetime, it has not been needed a lot. After Uth died, it's been a bit hard for even top-ranking clerics to manage higher-tier magic. At least if you believe in the rumors at the towers, which you should. Some say we should believe in the rumors, I will say we shouldn't trust any rumors. That's an interesting question. Does the murder still count if the victim is resurrected? He thinks about the question for a bit. There has been cases. Heard of a man stabbed in a bar fight, bled out just in time for a drunk cleric to arrive, cast Revivify, and the bloke lived. The stabber ended up being charged with a major transgression of personal well-being. And that's not murder per se, but I'd argue it was more to do with the fellow's barrister making it clear to the juristies that it was no killing intent. So, not an accident, but not a murder, just a brawl gone too far. But that would be a hard sell if the victim wasn't breathing. A complex scenario, something clerics often have to contend with. But in most cases, I'd say yes. So don't go around murdering folk and reviving them, Cleric. It won't be a waste of a spell slot. And evil. But also a bit funny. Very funny. Would you be kind of funny, but you know, don't. Does death absolve your crimes? Now you're asking the real questions. But no, it does not. There has been actual laws signed in old kingdoms over this. He leans in, looking excited. You got the devil going. Is that a good thing? Oh, he's dancing for you. Keep it up and he'll love you to death. So classy story, alright. A real bad guy is caught murdering his neighbor. Real sick. He's executed after a quick trial. Justice wins again. Everyone's happy. But surprise, some holy man raises him up, and a couple of months later, death and rebirth. In this situation, the bad guy did technically pay for his crime. His life was taken by the state just because somebody gave it back to him. Doesn't change the fact, right? Well, people weren't too happy with that, as you can imagine. Thus, the common legal term for these days for capital punishment is death. Death in perpetuity. Stands for death in perpetuity. Kind of funny when you think about it. One death is enough, I think. Really? Well, suppose humans would have a different outlook than a fiend like me. So to keep the criminals dipped, most states tend to hide, lock up, or simply burn corpses and spread their ashes using non-resurrectable methods. So a properly dipped dead guy shouldn't be able to return without the use of some miraculous 9th level spell, which is obviously these days isn't too likely. Well, thank you so much. Anything else? What about Charm Person? Charm Person? Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik. It's the same in all non-completely chaotic states. There are certain spells that just are not allowed at all, like Fireball, as a popular example. But Charm Person, despite its devilish mind control, legal if it is cast by a registered cleric or city-hired interrogating mage. Private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it, although I can promise you many still do. Can I cast it on you? Sure, but it'd be a waste, since I'm already your friend, Cleric. Did you hear about the teeth shop? Yes, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Tolstead. What is your take on this? It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, I haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you don't hear this from me, but The little fellow trusts you, is your friend. The scorch marks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. They're talking high-level wizard stuff. Be careful, Cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me that it is all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinges. Slander! The city does not train people to explode. Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, it could be a fiend, or an elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Gargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows?
Easy answer tends to be the right one, but somehow I am not so sure.
A fiend, huh? Don't look at me like that. Worst thing I can do is turn you into a bat. An abnormally handsome bat, of course. Oh dear. But I'd suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers are ruffled, eh? He gives you an ominous chuckle. A barrister. A tiny barrister. No, I have no legal position within the city. I'm just fairly knowledgeable in the magistrate's code. So he works with the city law, ask him for details. He shows you a foul grin. What work do you do? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, he says and smirks. Agreed, I love being a cleric in Norvik. Good, you should, as it is a very honourable position to uphold the law. Now me, I do scribing most days. Got some connections within the palace, and believe me, whew, that's gotten me through some tough times. See, whenever some rich guy needs a legal draft in a hurry, who do they send for? The guy with the wings, that's who. Awfully drab. Sounds profitable to me. Sure is. Although there's a lot of time spent waiting around too. So I've picked up some hobbies. What kind of hobbies? Calligraphy. Hobby for women and weak men, says my strength. No, but I do love me some reading. Gaining access to the Darwinian library changed my life. And what is it like being a little red guy? You want an honest answer? Or the one I tell my clients? Whichever is shortest. Okay, your answers? I don't like it. But I'm stuck like this, not going to get a promotion anytime soon exactly. But hey, what are you going to do? Live life as this imp and you'll be content as well. Tell me about these promotions. Sorry, forgot not everyone knows how devil can work. Let's put it like this. Devils have a ranking system. Some are lower and some are higher. Only way to get higher and metamorphosize into a more powerful creature is to be promoted by someone which is a higher rank. But hey, could be worse. They say, he says and crackles, could be a demon. Demons are horrific, chaotic creatures that live by the rule of complete mediocrity, which would be amazing if it wasn't for their complete ineptitude at civilization building. Can I ask you who you're voting for? What am I voting for? Same as you, little devil says with a laugh. The good guys. Ah, the party of Normic. Got it. Oh, you know it. Anyways, you wanted something else? That is for me. I've asked everything I wanted to. He throws up his little arms in the air. It's over, by the gods. So dramatic. Love this little guy. Alright, citizen. Keep well. Oh, this is where we were, okay. Nature steps through the cracks. That down is to... what do we have here? A shard. What? Thank you. Shard of Jor. Something inside this old vase. Yeah, we were here and then we went through that. And then we went somewhere we didn't want to be. Rough letter spelled out the lady's apartments. Okay, should we see about the tavern is almost open. Ooh, we got here bird nest. A tucked away bird nest. A scarly goals, perhaps. You see a bird nest nested on the edge of a protruding stone tile. Got some eggs in it. And you spot something shiny below as well. It appears unguarded. Just don't climb out there, man. You'll die. Like, for sure. I'd really like to climb out there and give it a shot. No! Screams our constitution. Come on. Just a little thrill. No, you will die. I fell into the river once, why not twice? Your gut twists as you thought of tumbling down those red rocks. Stop this! You have nothing to gain. Nothing? Now that's just not true. Your job is self-preservation. This is not it. Self-preservation becomes a lot easier with coin. Gotta risk a little to gain a lot. Nothing here to gain, expect another death. Boring. Very boring. Oh yeah, let's not. This will let you live. Oh, yes, we can't. Our roll failed. Okay, was there... Oh. Inventory, journal. Oh, wow. Oh, this is beautiful. Water lane view. Pillar crossing. Goblin gardens. Must be where the towers are, I guess. In my spell book. Charm person. Okay, I can prepare 2 spells. Maybe I can charm the... How do I... Oh, I gotta go pray. Maybe I go do that quickly and change my spell and see if I can charm this. I've already spoken to those guys too much, I think. But we can try. Oh, the zombies seem to have moved. Okay, begin the prayer and... Oh. You approach the shrine. Start at the digital monument, you focus your mind, you take a deep breath and begin your prayer. Tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That is it. The bird folk is on the run. His shop is in ruin. What sort of business did he conduct there? The Star Witness. One strange tale, a fake name. A man in yellow. Follow the trail. We can have all... collected. Preparing spells. Guess we can have all 3 of them prepared, okay. For some reason we can go through here now, that's cool. Some of these apples look okay. Imported goods to receive, marked by HWBT. An almost empty box except for a stale treat in the pouch. And some money. Hey. A broken sword. Crate of sand? You approach the crate full of sand. They've imported sand to Norvik? For what? Glass blowing? I'll look at the sand. The crate is filled to the brim. It's just sand. I'll inspect the crate. You notice the title marking on the back with the letters HBWT. The lid has been tossed behind it. Hey, Snell, what's up with this weird crate of sand? Huh? Goblin glances over at what you're doing.
Let me see that.
His eyes shoot open very, very wide.
Nope, back off right now.
He pushes you away from it. Listen to him, he's above you. Oh, that bad, huh?
Yep, don't touch that.
As the two of you are a few steps away from the crate, he takes the breath.
This Cleric is a crate of mosquito sand.
Without explaining further, the goblin sneaks up behind the crate and stabs the lid. Moving more carefully than you've ever seen him move before, he gently places the lid on top of the crate once more.
Something must have startled it. You take it, push open the lid like that.
He wipes some sweat from his brow. What would it have done to me?
From what I understand, it would have choked you, drained you of blood, and slowly mushed your insides.
Oh dear. Sounds like a good weekend.
Now, let's leave it alone.
Fair point, buddy. Fair enough. A glow glass. Oh, okay, what's this way? A door inside this tunnel. Oh. Curious. What is the way down then? I probably don't want to go down here yet. The city below. I don't think I want to go down here yet. Glowing mushrooms must be tasty. They must be tasty. Swamp extracts. Okay, I'm gonna not go down here yet. Apparently this area is dangerous. I wonder where that zombie went. Guy probably dealt with the zombie. Maybe I should ask him. Apparently I was dead when I was brought here. Yes. He admits it so easily. I apologize for not telling you the truth earlier. I was advised not to. He puts down the pen and looks you dead in the eyes. When you arrived here, you were deceased sometime in the night from drowning. Right. Approximately 3 hours before arrival, I immediately began the formal procedure until I received word from a lady Sageleaf, among with payment. He nods. She wanted you alive. The lady had been notified of your arrival here. As such, I've prepared a resurrection. You raised me? I raised you, yes. That's powerful magic? It is, and I have my sources. The Pale Man holds incredible power if he is able to bypass the esoteric limitations. However, I suggest you speak with Lady Sageleaf about this if you require answers. I am simply a middleman to this. Maybe I can ask him what he used to revive me. He is quiet for several seconds. Raise the dead is a 5th level necromancy spell. It raises the creature from the dead. At the time of passing its movement 10 days. It is highly sought after spell these days, and very few are able to cast it. Just see here. With changes, it is not the original spell. It was, I'm sure you understand. My spell requires a higher cost, while lowering the spell's complexity in return. A higher crown cost? Yes, Cleric. The new cost is doubled. 1,000 crowns. Which is not too bad. My life is worth more than that, yes. The Pale Man stares at you. Snell. The Goblin gives you a conflicted expression.
I don't know, Cleric. I really don't know.
He did not. Lady Sageleaf instructed me to not inform anyone, even her own agents. No need to be paranoid. How can I not be paranoid? Everyone is lying to me. Correction. I was lying to you, Lady Sageleaf, potentially as well. Snell scratches his chin.
I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. The old lady isn't one to spend money on resurrecting a city cleric. But I'm guessing she didn't want to wait for another one to appear. We should go speak with her. But remember that she paid for your resurrection, cleric.
I'll refrain from commenting until I hear her side of it.
Smart.
Oh, yes, every sane person first thought seeing glowing mushrooms says tasty. Of course. If they were glowing, surely they're surely. Okay, what do we got? Alright, I'll go speak to the lady. Good idea. A pale man is simply an instrument, but it is good to understand the game you've been entangled with. Okay, I'll see you later. We have gained some knowledge. What you singing there now? Everybody lies. Look to the skies to see the end of all creation again. See within your eyes my army of lies. When none's alive, bring me one alive. 5? Okay, charm person. Attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range to make a wisdom saving throw, and does so with advantage. If you or your companions are fighting it, if it fails, saving throw, it is charmed by you until you spend spell ends, or until you or your companion do anything to harm it. The charmed creature regards you as a friend. When the spell ends, the creature knows you as a know it was charmed. Oh, you sing a God Zombies? Okay. I didn't know there were songs in Call of Duty Zombies. Shield of Faith. Shimmering field appears and surrounds you, protecting you from damage. For the duration, any loss of hit points is reduced by 1. I kinda wanna go in here, right? But we gotta wait like 30 more minutes. Fisherman is also backed up and left. It's great, there's something in it. Hopefully I'm not classified as a thief. Just laying there, I can take it, right? going on here? A satchel. A greasy satchel. Oily instructions. A page of hard to read text titled A Gnome Starter Guide to Esoteric Memorization. You hold up the paper, finding it to actually be torn out of a page of a book. This name in the margin suggests the book is called A Gnome Starter Guide to Esoteric Memorization. I'll read it. The goblin leans in over your shoulder and reads it as well. The first step to understanding esoteric memorization is understanding the underlying powers at play. Jaw strings stretch across the coast, invisible to the eye, yet connected to all things living and dead. A spell is simply a set of rules you must follow in order to manipulate those strings into an esoteric effect. Yet those rules are themselves esoteric in nature. As such, most wizards will find it impossible to remember more than a handful of spells at a time. Newbie wizards, maybe.
Oh? How many can you memorize?
I mean some. Oh, He turns back to look at the page. This is the big divide between cantrips and actual spells. As cantrips are both easy to remember and will not consume a spell slot. Spell slots are the common representation of how many spells of each spell level a caster is able to perform without rest. As a gnome, you are naturally gifted in the arts of illusion. Other schools will be more difficult to memorize. A suggested harmless spell to use in training is the first level spell Grease. To increase the chance of memorization, attempt to cast it at least 2 times per day. In the margins, there's a handwritten note that you manage to spot. It's written hastily and bold, like an author really wanted to hype themselves up. It says, every evening and every lunch break at work, remember, you can do it.
Oh no.
Goblin leans out over the ridge, looking down into the river. An esoteric mishap. Magic is a blade without the handle and so on. Indeed, grease is a dangerous spell. Oh dear. Intensely dangerous. Thank you so much, Danero. Really not a problem, sir. Not a problem. Oh, we've learned grease. Nice. We quickly memorized a piece of paper. That's something at least. Oh. Oh. That bird. It's a seagull. It's a seagull for the Nero. A glorious seagull. You see a bird sitting on the halfway bridge ruins. It is large, its beady eye staring into nothing. Greetings, servant of the river. The bird does not appear to react to you. The giant seagull, you have a number of traumatic run-ins with them during your youth. These are not normally a danger to anyone. You think this guy knows anything, Snell?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Cleric. It's a gull.
I'm gonna pet the birdie. As you reach forth, the gull doesn't seem to react until it snaps at your fingers. The pinch of pain.
Don't.
I want to keep petting the bird. Are you sure? This doesn't seem too smart. Why do you deal with creatures like this? This is below you. Oh well. All my fingers snapped off. At least I'm wearing some armor. Do a little run around here. Let's go up here. Oh, is this like a cathedral church or the Great Perch of Norvik? Ooth. Seems like it might be. The old symbol of the old regime. Oh, there's some interesting things here. What's going on? A street sign. You can look at it. The wooden boards have faintly glowing lettering on them. Floating just as an inch off the surface, the name of several locations are spelled out. A common type of magical link creates a permanent message on any surface, until dispelled, of course. This appears to be more advanced kind with a magic moth-like ability. It can react to your commands and reshape temporarily. Okay. The 6 messages, however, is only painted into the blank. Okay. Which way is the Darrow house? The words reshape for a moment into up the temple slopes and the garden stairs. A central home of the Darrows, one of the most influential nobles in Norvik. That's where we need to go up, apparently. To see about this fellow. Lady Chamar. Let us behold. A human coast folk, also a cleric, a follower of the holy mountain of Divini Torum. She hates you, entirely due to your blood origin, or maybe there's something else. The wood woman capes flutters as an icy wind rushes through the tall-stepped rise. Her eyes are locked with you. I'm gonna stare back. Eyes do not falter. The woman is not trying to intimidate you. She's probably just not very good at dealing with people. Ah, yes. She's one of those socially awkward persons. Greetings! Hello. A voice emotionless and spoken from deep in her chest. I am Chamar. I hail from the slopes of the mountain. She bows her head slowly. The Golden Horde servant. The Golden Horde? Yes. I do not have time to talk much. I am in service of the Ambassador, as you can imagine. I am not here to socialize. Why are you staring at me so much? Is that a bad thing to do in the city? It's just a bit weird. Then I will attempt to stop it. Thank you for informing me. She's being polite. She will not stop. Do you know anything about the tea shop? Nothing. I do not spend time on Tolstead. I'm here on business today and I will soon leave. But I'm sorry for the destruction that wrought upon the city. We voting. Yep. I am not a citizen of the city. Also, democracy is not something I approve of. She knows well how foolish it is. You don't want the voice? Why? She looks up to the sky. Men are weak. Men speak so much, breed and spread like an esoteric wave. Yet we do not have a view of the long term. Democracy depends on folk being informed. They are not. What if we inform them better? In a hypothetical scenario where folk would gain access to all information, they would still not be able to know what is true or not. Men are not built to make such important decisions. We are lambs. We follow those greater beings. To answer your question, stranger, I would vote for whoever stopped this foolish democratic dream. Once I am the supreme ruler god wizard of the city, I will do just that. Lofty ambitions for a mortal. You'll see. If I do, I will be highly surprised. But I wish you luck on your journey. Maybe a personal question if you don't mind. I didn't have time for your inquiries. Please, she says, and bows her head. Later then. I am busy then as well, Cleric. The golden outreach does not cease. Never. Okay, goodbye. Gotta equip that grease. Grease lightning. Okay, is there anything up here that could give us some advice? Dwarven stone broken off. Prove violence. The corner of Norvik still stands in the gate era. Oh, there's an arrow on that. Active machinery inside. What is this? Something stuck on one of the roller blades. Looking out over the ledge towards the roller mill's blade, you see them spinning as per usual. Except in one of them there's something stuck. You see a rod. A fancy thing. Decorated. How did it end up there? An esoteric event?
What are you looking at? Oh,
He mouths and stares at the same thing you're looking at.
looks like a rod. Weird.
We could try dexterity. 14. That's not very good. We have an advantage, as Snell won't want you to fall. Okay. So if we fall, we might be okay. It could be dangerous to try and grab it. You could die, yes. But it might be worth it, maybe. What is it? Some type of magical item, perhaps. Maybe some kid threw it into the roller mill blades. No ways. What if we try and attempt to go in? Maybe we can try and stop it from spinning first. Oh no, what is that? Ooh! See that thing scuttle out of here? No thanks. A bunch of safety rules when it says a broken contract or local union. Ooh, a button. What's red? What is that? I don't know what that is. It looked cool. Must be something I can press. Should I just press it? Last time we were in a mole and we just pressed the button willy-nilly. You all remember what happened then. I remember. I'm sure some people remember. You glance at the ladder. It's one long climb. Those cogs, they could swallow you whole. What kind of man, no, what kind of human cannot climb a simple ladder for 20 short feet? Oh dear. It'd be embarrassing for anyone of any age to fail this. I failed. How did I fail? Taking a confident step into the ladder, you begin to climb. You close your eyes as you do so, in order to fully immerse yourself in the experience of changing your elevation. You are afraid. It is very high. Yet your body remains calm. Wait! Your left foot, it's not on the ladder anymore. That's not good. Your right foot, that one gotta be on the ladder, right? I'm afraid to say that no. Both of your feet have slipped off the ladder. The distant cry of a concerned goblin is far, far, far away from you now. As your entire being is fading into nothing on the floor of this random roller mill on the tollstead. Hold on, I'm dead. There's no need to fret. You've been given your due. This is it. This is the end of the stick. You are a servant of Oof. You've dedicated your entire adult life to serve him. This is not how you are rewarded, no. No? Are you? No, I refuse this end. You refuse? Not like this. The worlds distort around you. You were falling, and then you were not. What did I do? Your body is on the verge of breaking. Every moment a painful reminder of the 1,000 others who have failed just like you just did. You will not come out of this unscathed. I pull the strings. I gotta roll a 1. Wow, okay. Oh wow. I rolled a 2. You follow them as they dance. One seems to go good, but it is far away. Yet it is moving closer. By what force? It is him. Take the strings. What was that? Is anything permitted in a good man's quest? You are at the bottom of the ladder. You are slow. Can we get moving now? Oh dear. Oh man. Just climbing a ladder is so stressful. I don't know even what happened. The roller mill were kept more than ledgers in the archives. Ooh, incense. There are several tail-baked goods here. Ooh, I might need that. The door's barred. Not getting in there. There's another gateway here. Near the water. Don't fall in again. I hope I don't fall in again. Oh dear, what's that? That's not a good sign. A regular, non-giant crab. Is that a regular crab? Hello, regular, non-giant crab. You spot the crab on the rock. It does a little shimmy.
Huh?
Yes, Cleric. That's a crab.
I'ma pet the crab. You reach forth and crab immediately slips into the... Huh? Crab pincers grip your fingers hard. Hard! Your steely bones tank most of the damage, but it is hanging on. I don't think I can get out of this 50-50. I'm gonna say, please let go, Mr. Crab. It says, and does not let go. Being polite always helps. Okay, now we can maybe make it. It's still like 50-50 here. It's better odds though. Oh, come on. One. You bend and you pry, but the crab will not let go. The blood is not flowing. Slowly you will die. Snail, call for help. I'm being assaulted.
What? Sorry, I was looking at the river. Very pretty this time of year.
It's not. He's just trying to ignore you. It's an emergency. I'm dying.
Crab, yeah, I can see it. Guess I can help. Maybe.
He looks tired. Get me out of this grip. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's close. Use your free hand to pry the pincers off your finger. When the index is released, you immediately feel the blood begin to flow once more. Freedom! He was a good little fighter. A good crab. Are you even allowed to loiter here? It does not respond. What do you know about the tea shop? It snips with its pincers once.
What's that, Crabby? Johnny Longneck blew up the tea shop.
Who's Johnny Longneck?
Guess we'll have to find him.
An infamous pirate captain of the Arcane era, has an airship capable of ransoming and safety of entire cities called the Green Rock. It, among with its captain, was lost with the waste of the old Dominor around 200 AE. Johnny Longneck the pirate?
The one and only. Also, I'm joking. Please do not take that seriously. We're not going into the Reedsian waste to seek out Johnny Longneck crash site.
Oil sport. What are you voting for in the election there, Crabman? It makes no noise and replies in reply to your question. Oh well. Keep well there, Crab. Okay, let me go back. I was trying to go up there. That was the point of this exercise. Attempt to approach the ladder once more. A long way to climb. You don't have to try so hard this time. You take your first steps in the ladder, and then you are at the top of the ladder. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna have to press that button. I am going to have to press that button. Oh, stress cube. You swipe in a hand and pull it back. Pull it back now. Ooh. That doesn't seem to do anything. What? It's stuck. What? Yep. This is... Ooh. Bad. Screams, howls, shouts. Your fingers! Your fingers. Pain blinds you, but you feel it. Fall. Hit the ground. Oh no. Oh. Well, you are alive. Somehow. This was awful. But it was so close.
Cleric, what? You're,
The goblin lets out an exasperated groan.
Be more careful, okay?
And leave the giant cog alone? Next time? Come on, you gotta go try again, don't you? Well, we gotta climb up here again. Oh no, a long way to climb. Climb the ladder. You are at the top. Something stuck in the gear. The cog just keeps spinning. But you notice something. A shiny red thing stuck in the inner part of the top wheel. You approach the cog, and the sticky red thing stuck to it. 18. I see why we failed. I will return for the sticky red thing. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, from the rooftops. Maybe we can grab the... Oh, there's something. What's that? A letter wedged between some roof tiles. A resistance note. A piece of paper stuck between the roof tiles. What do I equip here? I guess we'll have to give that to someone. Okay, well, back down, I believe. Out through the door. Unless we can do something on that gear on that side. Just quickly check that one. See, that little tile looked a little suspicious there for a second. Well, I'm gonna have to reach out for the... Of all that... All I wanted to do was reach for the... For that rod. Looking out over the lane towards the roller mill's blade, you see them spinning as per usual. Except for one of them, there's something stuck. You see a rod. Fancy thing. How did it end up there?
What are we looking at?
Okay, let's try and grab it. It's not gonna be easy. failure. You reach out, leaning as far as you can, and no, wait!
Cleric!
You miss the rod, but in the process of falling, you landed right into the blade of the roller coaster, or on the roller mill.
How did you even?
Just hold on and scream. Yeah! Your voice echoes across the river, beyond the water and the ridge of an ancient passage of the Georgian stone, standing a young girl, next to her, the mother. The child points towards the roller mill, exclaiming, "Mother, look, a cleric! He's riding the mill!" The mother responds with a sigh. "Yes, yes," she tells her daughter. "Come, we must get home for supper." That one's not gonna happen. To jump off. I just wanted the thing.
I don't care. Just try and jump off or something. Just don't do it at the right timing, okay?
I don't think I can do that. I think I'm going to die.
What?
The goblin cannot hear you when the wheel is turned away from him.
Look, just do what I say. On the next spin, jump.
Is there something else I can try? Nothing else. There's nothing else. Oh dear. Geronimo! Womp, womp, womp. You clench every muscle in your body. You stare at the ledge of opportunity, and the mill blade spins up to the perfect point, and no, I can't do it. Your body does not listen, nor does your mind, lacking courage. It is shaking. It's the mill roll blast once more. Come on,
You gotta do it.
I really can't do it.
You can't just stay up there. Don't be a coward.
Even my strength is calling me a coward. The word rings in your head. Coward. Oh dear. I'm getting damage from being a coward. I'm gonna have to just jump. Just jump. You clench every muscle in your body and stare at the ledge of opportunity. I can do it. Gotta do it. Alright, I can. You can't just stay up there. Don't be a coward. They're yelling at you. Do it. Oh. I think we could have died up here. Oh my. The roller mill spins and spools. You take a deep breath. Your arms clench the side of the mill blade. The opportunity is slowly approaching. The goblin watches with trepidation and takes a step back. Jump! He leaps through the air. Far, but not far enough. Cleric! At least for a graceful landing. Grab the ledge. Oh no! The saving throws. Oh no! I'm dead. Okay. Well now. And that's the story of the cleric. That's how it ends. Oh dear. Oh dear. Level 2 cleric died on the windmill. I think that's a good spot to leave it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us on Esoteric Ebb. Crazy. Hopefully we have a save or something we can load. We have to save at the grab. Okay. That did not go well. Not go well at all. Everything that went bad here. We fell down the stairs. The crab bit me. Everything that could go wrong went wrong here. At least we can hopefully climb up the ladder, right? Get up the ladder, thank you. Okay, let's we'll make a little save and then we'll leave this for now, and then we'll come back for that hopefully at some point. Yeah, let's get to the there's like a bar or whatever. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. Perfect to leave it there. So thank you so much again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was crazy. Okay, let's make a save there. Oh, dream. Perfect. Oh, that was crazy. You mean you didn't make a video predicting the fall? You know, Streampie, I think I've unlocked like a new fear in life, and they're windmills, right? Because whenever I play a game with a windmill, I do something terrible, right? The first time, you know what happened the first time. I sent the guy flying off a windmill because I pressed the wrong button. This time I sent myself dying because I was greedy and trying to grab a rod. All on me. A new fear has been unlocked. Well then, for now, ladies and gentlemen, we will leave it there until the next episode, until we will go into the Drunken Sphinx and see what we can do there. Because we didn't die, of course, we didn't even attempt to go up. Okay, we should never go to the Netherlands, yep. I think I'll stay away from there, thank you. Let me just, before we go, I think we should definitely read something. Let me see what we have for this evening. What shall we read? We read some more. Reading, and more reading. Okay, we can do that. Go there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Number 5, okay. Okay, we're reading from Proverbs 3 verse 5. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops, and then your barns will be full to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine." Just until there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for keeping me company, enjoying some fun shenanigans, and rolling some dice and see where it lands. Okay, we had a blast today, so really thank you for joining us, and have a good night. But remember, it is the 11th hour. Good night.